Aloha, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here doing your monthly reading for our Scorpios for the month of October 2018. So we are going to get a theme for you for this particular month. We'll get some additional guidance from our angel deck, and then we're going to be focusing on romance this month. So we've got the romance angels that are assisting us. And then lastly, we are going to get a power animal for you for this particular month. So this will be an animal totem that's there to guide you and assist you throughout the month of October. Okay, so before I get started, I just want to share I've got another video that's going to follow this one, as I often do. This one is giving you a little bit of information about the Treasure Box Club. This is something brand new that I am starting, and it's all about attracting more abundance, right? More wealth, more money, whatever you want to say around that, but it is all about attracting more abundance. So stay tuned for that video at the end of this one. That will give you a little bit more information about that. Let's go ahead and get started, Scorpios. Your theme for this month is Ace of Water, which really fits in well with this romance reading, because this is about falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship. So it might be a regeneration of the relationship, new sparks, new life, new energy in the relationship, or falling in love with someone completely new. The other aspect of this Ace of Water, so water is all about the depth of emotion, so definitely has to do with the emotions around you. This is also about your intuition and your spirituality or your spiritual growth. That is being heightened this month, or that's going to be a focus for you this month as well. You may also find yourself in a new home or looking for a new home. And sometimes the new home energy can be an actual physical new home, or it might potentially be a new home for your heart, a new home for your career, a new home for, you know, something else in your life, right? So maybe even a new office or something like that. So there's a number of different ways that that can come in, but that is your theme or your energy for this month. Let's see what else we've got coming in. I just want to say TGIAC, thank God for air conditioning, because it has been really, really hot, unusually hot. So here in Hawaii, we usually have trade winds that blow the humidity and the heat out. So it's usually very comfortable, like, you know, even if it's like, you know, high 80s, it's usually very comfortable because there's a nice cool breeze blowing. We've had a period of time here where it's been like the energy has been kind of stuck here, and it's been so, like, I think the heat index was like 100, over 100, something like that. And actual temperature, I think, over 100 in some spots too, which is really unusual for us. So I'm very, very grateful for air conditioning so that I can actually do these readings in comfort, right? I don't use my air conditioning very often. I typically like having the windows open. That's just my thing. I'd rather have windows than use the AC. But when it's this warm and I've got lights on me and all of that, it's just really, I'm so grateful. So I'm expressing my gratitude for that. So let's see what else we have for you. So Six of Fire is coming in. Fire cards are all about your passion, your action. I also read this as your fame, your reputation, how you show up in the world, and this is a victory card. Definitely may find yourself getting some public recognition this month, some awards, some sort of pat on the back, as it were, can be coming in this month. And it's also just in general good news, right? So in general, that good news and just maybe even delivered in a way that's unusual. So you might hear some good news in a way that's just like you're not expecting it. So that's kind of a cool thing that's coming in this month for you. And then we've got the King of Air. So the air cards are head, the intellect, what's going on upstairs. And this is, King of Air is about speaking your truth. So really do that with confidence. The other thing that comes in with this card is about seeking out mentors, somebody that can assist you, right? So this is a really beautiful month to get some help. And always follow who you're guided to get assistance from, right? Because your spiritual team is helping you in this regard. They're going to lead you and guide you to that person that will resonate with you, that will be able to help you, okay? So the other aspect that comes in around this is a bit of balance. So it is about balancing sort of what's going on in your head with your emotions, right? So coming to a balanced state around those things. So using both. We do need our minds, of course, but our hearts are really, really powerful speakers of truth for us. Our bodies are really powerful speakers of truth. If you're not familiar with muscle testing, that is something that is really helpful to get answers, and usually yes/no answers are the best questions to ask, or they are the questions to ask your body. You know, is this in my highest and best interest to take this supplement at this time, is something that you can ask, right? And then your body will give you the answers. If you, I don't know if I have a public document on that. I know I've got it in my Angel Message Circle, which is a private group. And that's something that I, you know, potentially would share in the Treasure Box group too. We'll see how that works. But yeah, if that's something, you know, you can always schedule a virtual coffee chat with me, which is a free call, 20-minute call. And then I can give you ideas about how to shift things. And if that's something that I'm feeling called to share, then I'll share that with you. So then we also have the Ace of Earth coming in, which is a great card. I love all these aces, fresh beginnings, right? Because this is a 1 month. October is 10, and that's a 1 month, so it is beginnings. And this is inflow of abundance, right? This is a promising business venture. Sometimes there might be contracts that are being signed around this, right? Important documents or things like that that come in. This is about you taking the reins of your life, okay? So welcoming the opportunities that are coming and taking the reins of your life. Super important. So if you don't follow me on Facebook, I've been doing a lot of Facebook Live. So I'm trying to do it for 30 days. I was trying to do it 30 days in a row and I forgot yesterday. I was just so busy with so many things. And I totally forgot to do it yesterday, but so I will be continuing it. I think I'm on, as I'm recording this, it's day 9. When you see it, I'll be about halfway through my 30-day challenge for myself. So yeah, hop on over to Facebook. I'm on as Finding Your Fiji, and then just make sure that you get the notifications, then you'll know when I go live there. All right, so related to relationships, we've got reconciliation. So for those of you that are cuspers, that have that Libra energy as well as the Scorpio energy, this card is going to look familiar if you watch both of these, because this came up in the Scorpio reading. Reconciliation is about someone from your past coming into your life, so coming back into your life. Sometimes they're just coming in to give you one other little thing that you need to learn. Sometimes it's actually you're going to rekindle that relationship and restart that relationship. So that can play out a number of different ways. With regard to relationships this month, healing family stuff is really going to be important, okay? So when we've got sort of patterns that have happened in our family, like through the ancestors, that type of thing, oftentimes we are being called to evolve that forward, which means creating a different reality than what our ancestors have experienced in relationship. It means showing up for things in a different way and from that higher perspective, that state of love and life. So It can be about forgiving your parents as well if there were things that happened when you were young. If you are a child of divorce, you know, forgiving your parents for not being able to stick it out, you know, whatever that might be. And I kind of phrase that the wrong way. Stick it out isn't, like, a relationship shouldn't be something to stick out, right? Like, a relationship should be fulfilling and beautiful and uplifting for both partners, right? And if that's not something that your parents were capable of with each other, that's okay. Like, that, you know, that's part of life. And it happened for you so that you could evolve some of this stuff forward. The bigger message in all of this is that you deserve love, okay? You deserve love. You are lovable. And to remember this, that there's nothing that you have to do. There's no particular way you have to be. There's nothing you have to say to deserve love. You deserve love simply because you exist. There's nothing that you have to do to deserve it. So that's just a really strong message from the angels for you this month as well. And then your animal totem or your animal guide for this month is the bear. This is all about boundaries. This is about speaking your truth, standing your ground. So really being in that space of, you know, standing up for yourself, standing your ground, using your throat chakra, which I feel is cloggy for you guys, for some of you guys. So the angels are going to come in and help you with that, help clear that out, but really speaking your truth, right? And one thing that's come up for me, I recently took a improv workshop, actually just this week I took an improv workshop for 3 nights, and one of the things that really came in strongly in that workshop is about really being true about our emotions and what we're feeling. So allowing that to come out. So often we try to stifle what we're really feeling rather than sharing with the other person what we're feeling. So that's, you know, something too, to be more honest about what you're feeling. Like, oh, what you said really felt hurtful to me. And then, you know, taking some time to, like, figure out why that felt hurtful to you, and then coming back and talking with your partner about that. So that is what I've got for you for the month of October, Scorpios. Stay tuned for the next video that's going to give you a little bit more information about my treasure box club. Super fun way to increase the abundance attraction factor in your life. All of the details and links are below. If you're new to me, please subscribe to my channel over in the corner. Hit the bell so that you get notified when I post new videos, which I do on an almost daily basis. I do a daily angel insight, which is usually less than 5 minutes long, very quick message for you for the day and an affirmation for you for the day. And then I also do Feng Shui Fridays, which give you a lot of Feng Shui tips, things that you can do to balance the energy, bring more harmony into your home. And then, of course, I do these monthly readings as well. Much love and aloha. Enjoy your beautiful month. Aloha, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here today to share with you a little bit more about my Treasure Box Club, which is brand new. And the Treasure Box is actually based on a super powerful Feng Shui adjustment called the Treasure Box that is a way to help you attract and bring in more abundance into your life. And the idea around this is, you know, essentially it's based in Feng Shui, right? And Feng Shui is a 6,000-year-old art and science that's based on the principle that your space or your environment reflects and affects your life and what's happening in your life circumstances, right? So Feng Shui improves your life by balancing the energy in your space and creating an environment that energetically supports the things that you want to be, do, and have in your life. So very subtle shifts, subtle changes make a big impact in what's happening in your life. So oftentimes there's things that are impacting your life, and they are impacting you from your environment, and you have no idea about that, right? So the really idea behind all the videos that I shoot, and even this treasure box one that I'm sharing with you, is really just to get you thinking about your environment and how it might be impacting you or impacting your life, and of course to provide solutions for how you can make shifts in your environment to positively impact your life. So the Treasure Box Club. What is the Treasure Box Club all about? I'm super excited about it because it's really a fun thing for me. I have created treasure box kits for a number of years, and when I moved to Maui I stopped selling those just because it was like I was just not sure about the shipping and all of that kind of stuff, and I hadn't bought everything that needed to go into the kits, because there's very specific things that go into the kits, right? So the treasure box, again, is a very powerful Feng Shui adjustment, and it's something that we conduct for 27 days in a row. And that's part of the power of it, is this building upon it day after day after day, okay? So the items that you actually need for the treasure box, I'm going to show you what those are today, and then I'm also going to share with you a little bit more about what the Treasure Box Club is about. So the items that you need to actually do the treasure box adjustment, or to create your quote-unquote treasure box, you need a piggy bank. So I've got these cute, adorable little piggies with the green snouts. I chose the green because, of course, green, oftentimes means money for people. So these adorable little piggy banks, that is the first thing that you need. You need a red cloth. So these are red cloths that are included in the kit. And then you need a new black pen, and a mirror. This one happens to be, I believe it's 6-inch diameter. So a mirror is needed for the adjustment. And then red paper is the other thing that is needed for the adjustment. So these are the basic things that we need to actually do the adjustment. But when you join the club, the Treasure Box Club, it's so much more than just what's included in the kit. You get everything that is required to do the adjustment, including a little scroll that has all the instructions in it and ideas and tips for being successful with it. So you get all of that with the Treasure Box Club, but the club is more than that, because it's really about having the support to successfully complete the adjustment, right? And it's also about receiving sort of things along the way that will help shift you mentally towards more abundance and to attract more abundance that way as well. So it includes a number of different things. We have a private Facebook group. So when you join the Treasure Box Club, you will be in the private Facebook group. And it also includes, so in that group, it's not just a it's not just a community, although the community aspect of it is really important, but it's also about giving you that support. So if you have questions, you're able to post them in there and I'm able to answer them. Also, it's about celebrating the successes, because when we celebrate our success, so when you actually post about your success or the abundance that you're attracting in, it actually expands it. And when you read other people's posts, it also raises your vibration and your attraction point. So doing this in a group format is so super powerful. I just can't even share with you enough how powerful it is to do it in a group setting, because again, it's magnified. Your efforts in attracting more abundance are magnified by everyone else in the group. So flippin' cool. I love that aspect of it. Super cool. So, but the club, of course, is about more than that. So when you join the club, you get everything that I talked about here, but you also are getting within, and it comes in, I have to show you this because it's super cute. It all comes to you in a purple box. So this is the box that you'll receive when you order your treasure box kit. And the box is purple because purple is the color for the wealth sector in our Feng Shui Bagua. So you see that right here. Wealth is purple. So that is specifically why I chose the color purple for the boxes as well. And then with that box, you also get an angel that's going to be there for you on your journey. So I have a bunch of different archangels and their invocations, and so it's really a random thing, but always perfect, right? Just like with the cards, is that you will receive the angel that most wants to work with you throughout the process, and that angel is going to stay with you. So you'll have an invocation, you'll have a picture of the angel and the angel's message to go along with you on the journey, as well as an abundance invocation. So that invocation is something that it will be on a little, like a business card size, that you can carry with you. And anytime you're wanting, like standing in line at the grocery store, you can read it. If you're, waiting at a stoplight, you can read it. These are things that you can do to boost the energy and your abundance attraction factor, which I like to call it. I love that phrasing that they just brought in, abundance attraction factor. Can't say it too many times fast, but it is super powerful. So the box contains all of that. You get all of that. One lucky person in each group that I send out. So when I do the group format, which I'm going to be offering twice a year, this time around it's going to be October and then February. So the very first one, the focus group that I'm doing, is October. But in each of these like batches that I'm doing with the group format, one of them will contain this red envelope. So this beautiful red envelope. This red envelope contains a gift certificate for a free 30-minute reading with me, a private reading, and that is worth $99. So right away, someone is going to have that abundance coming into them immediately, right? So that is a cool thing. So when you get your box, look for that if you are part of one of the groups. Okay. Let's see what else I need to share. So what else does the Treasure Box Club, do for you? What else do you get? So I'm creating wealth affirmations for every single day. So for 27 days, you'll have a wealth affirmation that you can work with for that particular day while we're doing the adjustment. I will also have a wealth or abundance meditation. So this is something that I'm going to be channeling, and this will be a downloadable item for you where you'll be able to download this meditation and keep it forever and keep working with it, right? But really beautiful energy to work with that meditation on a daily or however often you feel like doing it during the time that you're doing the treasure box adjustment, right? So that is also included. I'm also including 2 Facebook Live sessions for the groups. So one will be before we actually start the adjustment, so I can share with you a little bit more of the details about it and show you how to set it up. And then I will do one midstream that will just do kind of a check-in and how are things going, what questions do you have, what else is coming up for you. And you'll always still be able to ask questions in the Facebook group as well. But I just like the idea of doing that touch point in between time. And then The beautiful part about this also is that I am going to offer, for those of you in the group setting, I'm going to offer a text reminder on a daily basis. So this will be a text that will come to you reminding you to collect your coins, which is part of the process, and then also will contain that wealth affirmation for the day. So beautiful way to just have that reminder popping in for you on a daily basis. So that is something else that I'm offering with the group aspect of things. And then the beautiful thing about this is once you have the kit, you'll remain in the Treasure Box Club throughout, and when I do new groups, you can actually participate in the new groups as well. So that is something that is really a beautiful bonus, because that means that if you wanted to do the Treasure Box a couple times a year, you could do that, because you'll have everything that you need. You will have to get a new pen each time, because it does require a new black pen each time that you do it. So that is a pretty simple, easy thing, very accessible for you to get. And then I am including extra red paper in your kit, but that's something if you do it, you know, year after year, you might have to buy some red paper. So those would be the only things that you might have to do. So that is what the Treasure Box is about. Super powerful Feng Shui adjustment. And I do just want to share something that one of my clients that went through this said to me about it. And her take on it was she understood, or she came to realize by doing the Treasure Box adjustment, that she needed to get out of her house to attract more abundance. So that was an interesting dynamic, because lots of times with technology now and everybody's online, we tend to stay home more, right, than getting out. And this required her to get out of the house more, which drew more energy to her, right, and more abundance to her. And the other aspect of the Treasure Box is that you are collecting coins on a daily basis, which means that you're needing to use cash. And so many people now are just using their debit cards or credit cards for everything that they're not really getting the feel of using cash. So this adjustment requires that you use cash, because you've got to get coins on a daily basis. So even if you're just using like $1 a day, you still have to have cash and be using some cash. And so it's a really beautiful energy to actually feel money again, because there's so much that we don't feel money around, right? And then I'll have some other tips and tricks along the way, some other practices that will help boost the energy of abundance, as well as additional Feng Shui tips for abundance. So specific things that you can do within your home to raise the energy of your wealth attraction factor in your space and thus in your life. So lots of juicy goodness with this. I hope that you join us. It's going to be super fun. Super high vibe, and really will help you bring in more abundance into your life. And abundance can come in so many different ways. That's the other piece of it too. It's not just about the money. Abundance comes in many, many forms. Abundance of friends, abundance of love, abundance of time. There's so many other different ways that this abundance can show up for you. So super excited for you to join us, and all of the links and information are below if you're watching this on YouTube. Otherwise, if you're watching this on my website, then the information is contained within this page. Have an amazing, amazing day. Hope to see you soon. Aloha.